G'day my friends, Marty here from Martys Garden on YouTube. How you going today? Look, the raised beds were supplied by Mark from Self-Sufficient Me. They're about 6 months old now. And I thought I'd give you like a bale garden update because originally they were filled with sort of mulch and then topped on top, most of them, with bales and then grown on top using my bale gardening system. Now, you can do this in any way, like lasagna style and all different types of ways. It's just one way to do it. But I thought, you know, why not share what's going on? Because I've been putting it in bits and pieces and different videos and things, and it's been really, really awesome. Now, what's happening is we've got the fungi moved in, so the mycelium's moved into the second lot. Had a mushroom appear in the second bed down near the Subpod, which is really, really cool. I'm excited about that. And we've got like a coloured cauliflower, which was provided, the plant was provided by Pepe Fassos from 560 Farms. Now I'm rubbing my hands here because it's a little bit chilly. It's still winter here in this part of Australia. I'm actually in the Byron Shire, Mullumbimby. We've got a little hinterland just over here, and then about a 10-minute drive to the beach, sort of over that way to the east. And it's a beautiful morning. I get up in the mornings to film. But let's have a look at the garden over here, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown where we're up to. So like I said, it's an update. So the Subpod, it's been installed at the back here. It's got bales all around it. Now, if you haven't been following the series, maybe you need to go back a few videos and watch where the Subpod series, where I'm building it all out and around and building these raised bed gardens. You just go through the YouTube channel and just search and the recent ones, and yeah, you'll see it being built out. Pretty insane. Now we're still in the stages, put a couple of bok choy around. Don't know how they'll go, but this rocket around the outside growing on top of bales, and then a layer of worm cast, then compost on top. Man, I'm telling you, you could get in there and you could make a rocket pesto out of that straight away. Just look at it, it's like a little sea of grass. Sea of rocket arugula, it's probably a better way to put it. I wonder if I'm the world's first of planting an avocado tree in a bale garden. Now this is a hazard avocado, and it's going to grow over this whole system, and eventually it's going to have the Subpod underneath feeding it, so a worm farm underneath feeding it, and then all little ground covers below, like mints and you know, different types of plants that don't need a lot of sun, some different herbs and things like that. So it'll be a full system punching out avocados. Now I've got clay soils here, so the reason why it's above the ground like that is so if we get a lot of rain, hopefully it survives. I really don't know. It's just a, you know, one of those things that we try. We've got a whole lot of dry coming up, so good chance, you know, for the next 3 or 4 years, could avocados. Now it's got some buds on it, so that means I'm going to get some little avos. We'll probably keep 2 or 3 on there. It's only a little tree, but I just want to taste them. Hazard avocados are just absolutely awesome. Anyway, let's keep looking around at the garden. It's really starting to come together. Well, I tell you what, since we put this in, so we filled it 1/3 full of mulch and then put the bales on top, it's dropped down about halfway, but by putting these extra bales, it's brought it back up again. And I've got the lettuce, different types of rocket and herbs and things starting to grow over it, a bit of coriander, stuff like that. And we had a cucumber grow out of the first one that we put in here just recently, and that's nearly finished. It's gotten pretty cold. There's still a couple of cucumbers just hanging in there, going, I'm going to give you a bit more food, guys, but it doesn't look so great in the video. It's looking a bit sort of dodgy, and it needs to come out. But Shirley's gone, no, she loves cucumbers and eats sometimes 1 a day. So I'm not allowed to pull out the cucumbers. To me, it's like, gotta go. But I'm a family man now, got to think about the missus as well. Anyway, we've got in here a whole lot of leafy greens, some tomatoes and things growing, some peas shooting up as well, because I want to get those nitrogen nodules down into the system and then grow it up through. Now it's winter time here, so because this is sort of only halfway, it's creating a bit of a hot box in the winter. So that's what I want. It's stopping in the cool air from getting in through the day. And you know, if I wanted to cover it over with a green cover, I could and turn it into a type of little mini greenhouse in a way. But pretty happy. Even the chilies are surviving, and it's been some pretty cold nights. So the mycelium in this part of the bale garden, it's really backed off. I'd say it's underneath, sort of like touching the soil profile there, and then at the bottom of the bale. It'll still be there, but it'll be connecting up through the bale and into the bale where it's dark. So if I was to rip into it a bit, you'd probably see it. I don't want to disturb it. It's like its own sort of fungal network going on there. It's starting to do its thing. And as I said, I've seen one mushroom appear in the garden, and that was built later after this one. So it's all coming together. We're not far off planting tomatoes in here. I really like cherry tomatoes. Karen likes the tiger ones, which is a bit of a in between a normal tomato and a cherry tomato. I think it's the tigers. I better get that right. And Shirley loves them too. So we're going to be planting lots and lots of cherry tomatoes and different types of small producing tomatoes out of these gardens with some other stuff. So stay tuned for that. Really excited about that. So how's this, guys? Look at these lettuce growing out of these bales. Like, look at the size of that piece of, oh, it's just so green. I'm like beside myself how good it is. Like this rocket, different types of cut lettuce here. We've got some more peppy phasos cauliflower growing at the back here. Look, red lettuce growing through here. Ah, man, strawberries down here. It's just a sea of food, all growing out of a bale, and soon to have its worm farm connected up here, and it's just going to get even better. Oh.